Paper 10, corporate accounting and auditing. This is the index for corporate accounting. Okay, auditing, you have a separate faculty for auditing. Okay, he's on leave right now. He'll take from, I guess, from the next week. Okay, corporate accounting. This is we have 5 chapters in syllabus. Okay, 5 chapters. As per the weightage, 10 marks each. Yes. This is the weightage of last last 5 attempts. What happened? I don't know. What is this? As I discussed yesterday, 66 marks minimum is from accounts. Yeah, rest of the 62 marks is from auditing. I can see here 66. In June 2024 it was 70 marks. In December 2023 it was 68 marks. Okay, कुछ नहीं दिख रहा क्या? 68 marks. In June 2023 they have asked for exactly 50 marks. Okay, exactly 50 marks from accounts, 50 marks from audit. Okay, with choice they have given for 62 marks, but you have to attempt 50 marks from accounts only. Clear? Any of the pattern the examiner, I mean the paper setting person can follow. We never know. Okay, so to start with, target 66 marks in accounts. Okay, not 50, 66. Okay, to give introduction of each chapter first. Accounting for shares and debenture. Corporate accounting first. Now tell me what is corporate. Yes, कंपनीज के लिए अकाउंटिंग है. सर अदर देन कंपनीज के लिए अकाउंटिंग हमने देखा है कि नहीं देखा है? ग्रुप 1 में आएगा वो. ग्रुप 1 में accounting for sole proprietor, partnership, and then not for profit organizations. Yes, we have seen all these in group 1. Yes or no? Yeah. What's your name? I forgot your name. Sorry? Ram. Sorry. Ram. Yeah. We have seen this in group 1. In group 2 we have corporate accounting, means accounting for companies. Basically what is accounting? Right from journal entries where you record the transactions, and then from ledger you classify the transactions. Yes, and then trial balance you summarize the transactions, or ledger balances I would say, to preparation of financial statements. What are financial statements? Yes, trading account, P&L account, balance sheet, all these. So basically this whole cycle is called accounting cycle. If you are doing as an accountant, you are an accountant, right? As an accountant, if you are doing it for sole proprietor, partnership, not for profit organization, that is covered under in group 2 basically. In group 1, sorry. In group 2 you have only for companies. Clear? Corporate companies basically. Now accounting for shares and debentures, this is your first chapter. Okay, accounting for shares and debentures. Sir, what are shares and debentures? For proprietor, in case of proprietorship, he brings his own capital, yes or no? In partnership also, one or more persons, basically 2 or more persons, not one, 2 or more persons, at least you should have 2 persons, yes or no? They bring their capital, example 50-50, 1:1. In the ratio of 1:1, they will bring capital to do business, yes or no? Yes. But in case of company, in case of company also, someone has to start the company first, but later on there are shareholders who are the owners. I'll explain that concept. I'll come to that company part. Okay, in case of company we have share capital. What capital? Share capital, which can be shared by anyone who wants to join into that business. Anyone, by anyone. That is the beauty of this company. I mean, the concept of this company concept. Yes. Example, there is a partnership firm. If I want to go and join, they may not admit you. Yes or no? In case of sole proprietor, if you are going and asking him to sell his business to you, he may not agree. Yes. But in case of company, we have this feature, very, very beautiful feature, transferability of shares. You know stock market? Yes, stock market. In stock market, you can buy any company share and you can become the owner of that company. Yes, you heard it right. You are the owner of the company. Yes, you are the owner of the company. You may not be able to start it. I mean, you may not be having the fund to start any business, but you can invest in others' business via only this beautiful feature, which is called, I would say, beautiful form of organization, which is company. Clear? Able to understand the difference? Able to grab the difference between these three forms of organization, sole proprietor, everything? Yes? Yeah. Now accounting for those shares and debentures. That is your first chapter. Second chapter, preparation of statement of P&L and balance sheet as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. You need to prepare P&L and balance sheet of a company here. So far, if you have referred Group 1, you might have prepared P&L, trading P&L balance sheet of sole proprietor or partnership. Here, in case of company, you need to prepare as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Because this is the governing act or Bible, I would say, for companies. Okay. Next, cash flow statement. This is also a financial statement. Cash flow statement. Okay. You can consider this, both of them are as financial statements. Okay. On financial statements, we have two different chapters. This is basically the journal. They may ask you ledger also here. Then you have financial statements, and then you have accounts of banking, electricity and insurance companies. Sir, why we need to have a separate set of accounts for banking, electricity and insurance companies? Anyone? Any guess, any thought, any try? नहीं. बेसिकली इनका गवर्निंग बॉडी है, बेसिकली गवर्निंग एक्ट, आई वुड से कंपनीज एक्ट. बट फॉर दिस थ्री वी हैव a separate act. They have their own separate acts, and there I would say here electricity act, we have banking act, insurance act also. Okay, so as per that particular acts we have to prepare a separate set of financial statements for them. Basically accounts, in the sense here they'll ask, we have only financial statements in scope, not entries. We have entries also in case of banking, but altogether financial statements is the main agenda of this chapter. Understood? So why separate? Can't this company here, which we are talking in chapter 2, can't we follow the same format for these three companies? No, they have their separate formats. Clear? Sir, why? Industry is different. Basically here industry specific financial statements, they have this specific format. Clear? This is the fourth chapter, and then we have accounting standards. In group 1 also we have accounting standards, in group 2 also we have accounting standards. As I promised, from this batch I am going to solve last 5 attempts also in the class itself. Okay, for your benefit. Accounting standards means there are certain areas which the institute has identified where there may be complexities which the accountant might not know how to pass a journal entry or how to account basically. Example I always use this example. For example, this any new emerging concepts for which you need to do the accounting. Say for example, this Bitcoin, how to account for Bitcoin. Some company has invested in Bitcoin. How to account for it? We don't know. Yes or no? This is some new concept. Suddenly, which has emerged suddenly in the recent years. How to account for it? We don't know. So institute will release some accounting standards. Basically, these are the guidance on how to account in your books of accounts. Clear? Clear? So we have some 6 standards here in scope in the syllabus. Okay. So we need to digest those 6 standards. We need to understand those 6 standards here. Clear? Clear? Any doubts in this? I would say in this scope of our subject. Any doubts here? Anyone? Sir, exactly institute will follow the 10 marks rule for in the exam. I mean the weightage. Will the institute follow exactly 10 marks for each chapter, I would say? Yes or no? No. There is no guarantee. Yes or no? There is no guarantee. Sir, why? Example देखो, फर्स्ट चैप्टर है, इसका जनरल वेटेज है 18 मार्क्स. कितना? 18 मार्क्स. 18. You will get 2 marks questions from section A, first chapter. I mean the first section. 2 marks questions you will get, and you will get 2 7 marks questions from this chapter. As per the analysis of last 5 attempts. 2 marks, 2 questions in the MCQ section, 2 questions in the section B, basically 7 marks. 14 marks मिलेगा. 14 plus 4, 18 marks आपको chapter 1 से आएगा. This is one clear example. So weightage sir follow करेगा क्या? I don't know, I cannot guarantee. एक चैप्टर से ज़्यादा दे सकता है, एक चैप्टर से कम दे सकता है. ओके? ओके? Yeah. Before I jump into this, I want to give a brief introduction on this. What is company and everything? Meaning of a company. Company is a Latin word, cum and panis, which is with or together, that is bread, because it says with association of persons, okay, who voluntarily agrees to form a company, basically coming together. 2 or more persons are coming together to form the business. Same like partnership only, as per the definition. Okay, as per section 220 of the Companies Act, you have this definition in your book. Open the first page. Open the first page. Yeah, company formed and registered under this act or an existing company. This is the definition of companies as per Companies Act, section 220. Sir, under this act, Companies Act 2013 में register किया है, that is called a company or an existing company. 13 में एक्ट आया था, उसके पहले भी कंपनीज है ना, तो एग्जिस्टिंग कंपनीज भी कंपनीज ही है. एग्जिस्टिंग कंपनी मतलब क्या है सर? एन एग्जिस्टिंग कंपनी मीन्स ए कंपनी फॉर्म्ड एंड रजिस्टर्ड अंडर एनी ऑफ द फॉर्मर कंपनीज एक्ट्स. कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 के पहले भी एक एक्ट है कंपनीज का, 53 कुछ था, ठीक है, 59 या कुछ, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर द ईयर एग्जैक्टली, ओके, 59 हो सकता है, पता नहीं, ओके। दैट एग्जिस्टिंग कंपनीज एक्ट में जो फॉर्म किया था कंपनीज, वो भी कंपनी माना जाएगा, क्योंकि वो तो बंद नहीं होगा ना, इस एक्ट के पहले जो कंपनीज थे वो तो बंद नहीं होगा। हाँ, एक कंपनी इज एन एब्स्ट्रैक्ट पर्सन, इनविजिबल, intangible and existing only in contemplation of law। समझ गए? You cannot see this company, only law में exist करेगा वो कंपनी, है कि नहीं? Yeah, I'll explain the details, characteristics of this company in detail. These are the characteristics of a company. Incorporated association, as per law it has to be incorporated, because Companies Act के हिसाब से you need to file the application and get the company registered, okay। Separate legal existence, business entity concept, पता है कि नहीं? As per business entity concept, owner and the business are two different entities, basically you can say. Owner is different from its business as per the business entity concept. While accounting, you always have to treat owner is as separate outside third person, you have to treat, yes or no? That's why you have capital account and drawings account, yes or no? Books में capital drawings क्यों रखना? मेरा ही business है, why should I open capital drawings? Because of business entity concept. Owner and business are both are different. In the similar manner, separate legal existence, companies are different, owners are different, companies different, owners are different, clear? That's why you record share capital in company's books. Share capital is what? Which owners has invested in the company, yes or no? Share capital is nothing but company है, उसको पैसा चाहिए, शेयर्स इश्यू कर रहा है, मतलब एक पीस ऑफ पेपर समझ लो, शेयर, अभी तो पीस ऑफ पेपर समझ लो, शेयर इश्यू कर रहा है, कुछ 100 रुपीज शेयर है, 100 रुपीज शेयर होल्डर दे रहा है तुमको, शेयर होल्डर और ओनर, समझ गए? 100 रुपीज कंपनी ले रहा है, इन रिटर्न शेयर दे रहा है उसको, ही विल बिकम द ओनर ऑफ द कंपनी, यस और नो? इसको पैसा आ रहा है, कंपनी को पैसा आ रहा है, यस, पैसा आ रहा है तो कंपनी मेरा है, I will not record this 100 rupees, no, I need to repay that 100 rupees to the shareholder back, yes or no? Yes, that's why you record in the name of share capital. Share capital is a liability to the company, similar to capital in case of sole proprietor, yes or no? The business has to repay the capital to the sole proprietor with profit, yes or no? That's why capital is a liability, clear? Because of the business entity concept. That's why company is having separate legal existence. Perpetual succession. Sir, what is this? Any guess? Members may come and may go, but the company will stay alive forever. Because of this share transfer feature. What is this? Share transfer feature. Example, I and Ram, both we have incorporated a company. We are called promoters. Yes, promoters with 10,000 shares of 10 rupees each. 1 lakh rupees is the share capital of our company. Clear? We have incorporated. At the beginning, I have contributed 50,000. He has contributed 50,000. 10 rupees each, 10,000 shares. Yes or no? Clear till now? So I am having 5,000 shares. He is having 5,000 shares. Yes? Yes? We became old 60 years. Okay? Now, our company is having goodwill. We went for public issue. What? Public issue. means we will you will call it as IPO, basically initial public offer. We'll take from the uh, public some more money, we'll raise some more share capital, okay, and we'll get listed in the stock market. Listed in the sense our shares from tomorrow will be traded in the stock market, okay. So YouTube want to purchase those shares. We have sold all our shares, and now you too can purchase those shares and you can become the owners of the company. Clear? So we members may come and may go. Yes or no? Company will continue forever because of this feature which is called transferability of shares. Shares can be transferred from one person to another. Owners can be changed. Ownership can be changed in the company, not the management. Management will be the same. Yes, sir. What is management? We are the management. I can say I'm a manager in the Oil India Limited. I'm the management, but I'm not the owner. I don't hold any shares of Oil India Limited. I'm not the owner. Understanding? In case of a company, ownership is different from the management. Those who are purchasing the shares, they are owners. Purchasing the shares means they are investing in the company. They are giving their hard earned money to the company. Clear? Any doubts till now? No? Yeah. Ownership and management both are different. Perpetual succession. समझ गया? Common seal. What is this common seal? Any living person can sign, yes or no? Signature. But how can a company sign? It is intangible, right? It is invisible, it is intangible. It is not existing, it is only existing in paper in terms of law. But is not existing, right? It is not a living being, yes or no? How will it sign? How will it enter into a contract with any person to purchase something or to sell something? How? Via common seal. What is this? Common seal. You know the seal, right? That seal is inserted anywhere, then it signifies that the company has signed. Okay, that common seal will be with the authorized persons only. Anyone cannot use that stamp, basically, you can say. Clear? Next, artificial person. You know this, he is not a tangible living person, he is an artificial person. Next, limited liability. In case of a company, it is limited liability. Sir, in case of sole proprietor, what it is? Sole proprietor में liability क्या है? Unlimited liability. What do you mean by unlimited liability? Anyone? Yes. Personal properties will also be in risk if something goes wrong in the business. सर एग्जाम्पल बताइए. बिजनेस कर रहा था, मैं सोल प्रोप्राइटर हूँ, मैंने बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया था, लॉसेस बहुत हो गया है कि नहीं? माई लाइबिलिटीज आर मोर देन माई एसेट्स. I could not pay, my business could not pay basically. Then you have to attach your personal properties also and pay liabilities of your business. That is unlimited liability. Sir, but what is this limited liability in case of a company? You are investing in any particular company. Example, Oil India Limited is a listed company. You want to invest, for example, you want to purchase some 100 shares. 100 shares of 10 rupees each. Your liability is limited to 1000 rupees only. Clear? If something goes wrong in Oil India Limited, okay, or some other company, example ITC, you can take Reliance, any company, your liability is limited to that 1000 rupees only. Your personal property is not attached. However, clear? That is the advantage of this limited liability. Clear? How much you invest, the risk is limited to that amount only. Clear? Partnership may be unlimited liability. Sole proprietor may be unlimited, not in the case of company. Clear? Yes. Next, share transfer I have already discussed. Maintenance of account books. You need to maintain your books of accounts in the registered office of the company. Okay. Audit of accounts. Audit is generally done everywhere. Okay. For every form of organization, generally, currently audit is compulsory. Okay. Now, business organizations. Sole proprietor, he is the owner of the business. यस, प्रोपराइटर में पार्टनर्स ओनर्स होगा सर, कंपनी में कौन होगा? शेयर होल्डर्स. Yes, initially sir, when the company is floated in the sense someone has to start the company, right? Company cannot start on its own. Yes or no? कंपनी अपने आप स्टार्ट हो जाएगा क्या? कुछ कंपनी नहीं. इनिशियली समवन हैज टू स्टार्ट द कंपनी, दे आर कॉल्ड प्रोमोटर्स ऑफ द कंपनी. दे मे कंटिन्यू इन द कंपनी till their life I would say, बट मैक्सिमम 100 साल रहेगा वो लोग. बाद में कोई ना कोई वो शेयर्स खरीद लेगा, दे विल बिकम द न्यू ओनर्स. अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्लियर? तो दैट्स व्हाई इट कंपनी हैज परपेचुअल सक्सेशन. कंपनी कितना साल भी चलेगा, है कि नहीं? टाटा कंपनी कितना साल से चल रहा है? कब से चल रहा है कि नहीं? बहुत सारा कंपनीज है ऐसा, कब कितना साल से चल रहा है. क्लियर? हाँ. नेक्स्ट, कैपिटल क्या बोलते हैं? इस केस में कैपिटल बोलते हैं, इस केस में पार्टनर्स कैपिटल बोलते हैं. पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट हम खुलते हैं, इधर तो नॉर्मल कैपिटल अकाउंट है, इधर शेयर कैपिटल अकाउंट बोल के होता है. शेयर कैपिटल. क्लियर? नेक्स्ट, लायबिलिटी अनलिमिटेड, इधर तो सिर्फ लिमिटेड टू द इश्यू प्राइस ऑफ द शेयर्स हेल्ड. ठीक है, इश्यू प्राइस. कितना सारा कंपनीज है सर? टाइप्स ऑफ कंपनीज बताइए. इतना सारा कंपनीज है. ओके, जस्ट फॉर नॉलेज से आई एम शेयरिंग दिस इंफॉर्मेशन ना. आई विल मूव टू द चैप्टर क्विकली. ओके, जस्ट यू शुड नो दिस बैकग्राउंड फर्स्ट. व्हाट इज दिस कंपनी, what it is actually? Yes or no? Then only I can go move into the concept. So what is this company? Government company, which is held by the government. Minimum 50% is held by the company. In that company, minimum 50% stake is held by the government, whether it is central or state government. Okay, state government company they'll say, or central government company. Okay, क्या राम कुछ डाउट है क्या? हाँ, मिनिमम वही तो 51, मोर देन 50 होना चाहिए. ओके, फॉरेन कंपनी, ब्रांच फॉरेन में है, मतलब मेन ब्रांच फॉरेन में है, फॉरेन कंपनी. ओके, प्राइवेट कंपनी, पब्लिक कंपनी. सर व्हाट इज दिस प्राइवेट कंपनी, पब्लिक कंपनी? आई विल कम टू दिस. वन पर्सन कंपनी, इवन वन पर्सन कैन स्टार्ट ए कंपनी ऑल्सो विथ लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी. ओके, दैट ऑप्शन इज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल. स्मॉल कंपनी, based on the turnover limit you call it a small company other than small company. Okay, you need not know this, you can leave it. Listed company, unlisted company, listed in the stock exchange, not listed in the stock exchange. Okay, then unlimited company with unlimited liability also you can start the company. Okay, next, company limited by shares, company limited by guarantee. shares होता है, guarantee होता है. सर शेयर्स नहीं है इस कंपनी में, कैपिटल नहीं है, मतलब शेयर कैपिटल नहीं है, गारंटी है. वी रेयरली सी दिस कंपनीज बट दे आर एग्जिस्टिंग. ओके, होल्डिंग कंपनी, सब्सिडरी कंपनी. कंपनी इज होल्डिंग more than 50% in another company. The company which is holding becomes the holding company. The company in which stake is held by the holding company, that is called the subsidiary company. Okay, suppose ये ऑयल इंडिया लिमिटेड, यू कैन टेक एग्जाम्पल ऑफ ऑयल इंडिया लिमिटेड. ऑयल इंडिया लिमिटेड इज होल्डिंग मोर देन 50% इन NRL, नुमालीगर रिफाइनरी लिमिटेड. सो दिस इज subsidiary, this is holding company. Clear? Clear? Any doubts till now before I proceed further? Yeah. Public company minimum 7 members होना चाहिए, मैक्सिमम नो रिस्ट्रिक्शन, कितना भी हो सकता है. प्राइवेट कंपनी में मिनिमम 2 persons होना चाहिए, मैक्सिमम 200 ही होना चाहिए. 200 से ज़्यादा होगा सर, then it will become public company unless it meets the minimum requirement. So 2 persons है मेरे पास, समझ गया? 2 persons है, मिनिमम 2 members है. इस केस में पब्लिक में मिनिमम 7 होना चाहिए. क्लियर? हाँ, 200 से ज्यादा हो जाने से वो अल्टीमेटली पब्लिक हो जाएगा. ठीक है. फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, स्टेटमेंट ऑफ प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस, बैलेंस शीट, cash flow statement. These two are covered in chapter 2. This is covered in chapter 3. And notes to accounts. Sir, what is this notes to accounts? Below this financial statements, you need to clearly give some guide, some summary, I would say, or information. Okay. How did you account for certain transactions in your books of accounts? You need to give detailed information in the notes to accounts. Clear? Clear? This is as per section 129 of Companies Act 2013. Okay? Yeah. And now I am jumping into this first chapter. This is the scope of this chapter. What are they? Issue of shares. I'll take a pause. If you have any queries in the introduction part, you can shoot. If you have any queries, you can just ask. Online students, otherwise, if you are clear, you can give thumbs up. Yes, I can see several thumbs ups. Okay, very good. Okay. Scope of first chapter, what we are doing in this first chapter, what we are going to learn in this first chapter. Issue of shares, this is the primary first, or I would say first step in for every company. Issue of shares, समझ गए? Issue of shares, forfeiture of shares. Sir, what is this forfeiture? शेयर्स इश्यू करेगा, कुछ लोग अप्लाई करेगा शेयर्स के लिए, समझ गए? शेयर्स अप्लाई करेगा, है कि नहीं? सर एक शेयर मैंने इश्यू किया था 100 रुपीज में, सर एक साथ में पेमेंट करना है क्या 100 रुपीज? इट डिपेंड्स, कंपनी के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है. इंस्टॉलमेंट बेसिस में भी कंपनी मांग सकते हैं पैसा 100 रुपीज, या एक लमसम में भी मांग सकते हैं. सर इंस्टॉलमेंट में अगर मांगा है, कोई ने इंस्टॉलमेंट्स पे नहीं किया है, उसको फॉरफीट कर सकते हैं. उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Forfeiture. Forfeiture is nothing but cancelling of that particular shares. Yes? Forfeiture. Next, rights issue. First, let's have the introduction, then I'll jump into each of the concept. Okay? I'll try to cover at least one sum in every model. Okay? That too I'll prefer from the last attempts. Last 5 attempts, I'll try to prefer that sums only. Okay? While explaining. Rights issue. Rights issue, what is rights issue? Anyone, any idea? I am the existing shareholder, okay, of ITC, Indian Tobacco Company. Yes, that is a big company, FMCG company. Yes, I purchased its share in back in some 1995, I would say 1995. Okay. टुडे इज 2025 ना, कितना साल हो गया? हाँ, कितना? 2005, 2015, 2025, 30 इयर्स हो गया. यस और नो? अभी कंपनी दोबारा शेयर कैपिटल रेज करने के लिए सोच रहा है. सर क्यों रेज करेगा कंपनी शेयर कैपिटल? कंपनी को कैपिटल क्यों चाहिए? हाँ, फंड्स का जरूरत है. यस, फंड्स का जरूरत है. बेसिकली फंड्स का जरूरत होने से खुद का पैसा डालना पड़ेगा, कुछ रिजर्व्स तो होगा ना पैसा. why should it go for public issue? Not enough funds. Yes, very good example. Not enough funds. I would say it wants to go into some vertical business, expand करना चाहता है, दूसरा बिजनेस में जाना चाहता है. Yes. So if you have the trust shareholders, you can approach the public. If you are having a good, if you are having goodwill, if your company is having a goodwill, you can approach the public. Public will give the money. Give the money in the sense they'll invest in your company. Yes or no? Yes or no? They'll invest. For investing, you need to issue the shares, right? Yes or no? Issue the shares. So after 30 years, if the company is issuing some shares, some further shares, already I got the shares, right? Now company wants to give some further shares. If company wants to give raise some additional capital, it has to first offer me, who are the existing shareholders. Understanding? It should first offer me, because I am holding its shares. I am loyal to the company. I was in invested status. Yes or no? I invested in that company. I'm still the owner of the company for 30 years. Yes or no? So that company first has to issue me, offer me basically. That is called rights issue. सर राइट्स इश्यू जो जनरल पब्लिक को देता है सेम प्राइस पे देते हैं क्या? नो, इट विल बी एट ए डिस्काउंट. बाहर पब्लिक को अगर 100 रुपीज़ में भेज रहा है, मुझे एटलीस्ट लेस देन 100 में मुझे भेजना पड़ेगा. समझ गया? दैट इज द बेनिफिट द कंपनी हैज टू गिव यू, ऑफर यू बिफोर गोइंग टू पब्लिक. दिस इज कॉल्ड राइट्स इश्यू. समझ गया? क्यों राइट्स इश्यू कॉन्सेप्ट आया? समझ गया? एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर होल्डर्स को पहला कंपनी ऑफर करना पड़ेगा, तभी बाहर जाना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, स्वेट इक्विटी शेयर्स. स्वेट इक्विटी शेयर्स, हाँ हाँ, जो नॉर्मली एम्प्लॉयज को देता है. ठीक है. हु हैज गिवन देयर स्वेट टू द कंपनी. कुछ लोग बहुत मेहनत से काम किया है, कंपनी इतना डेवलप हो गया, उन लोग को शेयर्स देता है. स्वेट इक्विटी, ईसॉप, ईएसएस, तीन आर सेम. दिस थ्री ऑलमोस्ट आर सेम, बट व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस वी विल सी लेटर ऑन. एम्प्लॉय स्टॉक ऑप्शन, एम्प्लॉय स्टॉक परचेज स्कीम, स्वेट इक्विटी शेयर्स, ये दोनों हैं एम्प्लॉयज को ही देता है. लेकिन एम्प्लॉयज में ही दोनों डिफरेंस है. टॉप मैनेजमेंट, नॉर्मल एम्प्लॉयज, उसके डिफरेंस से ये तीनों डिफरेंस आ जाएगा. ठीक है. बट तीनों में क्या था? यू शुड आइडेंटिफाई दैट दिस थ्री आर टू बेनिफिट द एम्प्लॉयज. सर एम्प्लॉयज को दे रहा है तो बाहर जो पब्लिक में इश्यू कर रहा है उससे कम प्राइस में देगा क्या? यस, डिस्काउंट में ही देगा, तभी तो बेनिफिट होगा एम्प्लॉयज को. बाहर जो प्राइस है, जो बाहर ऑफर कर रहा है उसी प्राइस में देगा तो बाहर लोग का और इन लोग का क्या डिफरेंस है? व्हाट बेनिफिट दे विल गेट? सो जनरली डिस्काउंट में देगा, तभी इसको ऑप्शन, एम्प्लॉय स्टॉक ऑप्शन, ये स्वेट इक्विटी, ये बेनिफिट बोल सकते हैं. तभी बेनिफिट बोल सकते हैं ना, कम प्राइस में देना चाहिए, है कि नहीं? विल सी दिस हाउ टू अकाउंट फॉर ऑल दिस सिनेरियोस. नेक्स्ट, बायबैक ऑफ शेयर्स. व्हाट इज दिस बायबैक? हम मतलब कौन है? ठीक है. हाँ हाँ, कंफ्यूज मत हो जाए. आई एम ए शेयर होल्डर, यू आर द कंपनी. ओके, टेल मी, यू आर द मैनेजमेंट इन द कंपनी. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज द कंपनी डूइंग? टेल मी. Yes, very good. Company is buying back the shares. Means initially it has issued, now it is paying back your money. That is called buyback. Yes or no? Buyback can be at discount, at premium. Generally it will be at premium only, because at discount करने से shareholders बेचेगा नहीं. So generally buyback will be at premium. Premium मतलब मार्केट में प्राइस, स्टॉक मार्केट में प्राइस देखेगा, उसका फेस वैल्यू है 100 रुपीज. मार्केट, स्टॉक मार्केट में देखो उसका शेयर वैल्यू है सम 1500, कुछ भी हो सकता है. देर आर शेयर्स विच शेयर वैल्यू इज सम 6 lakhs ऑल्सो. एक शेयर का वैल्यू 6 lakhs है. देर आर सम शेयर्स. ओके, देर आर सम शेयर्स हुज वैल्यू इज सम 10 पैसा ऑल्सो. ओके, स्टॉक मार्केट प्राइस अलग है, फेस वैल्यू अलग है. फेस वैल्यू मतलब क्या सर? तुमको जो शेयर सर्टिफिकेट देगा उस शेयर सर्टिफिकेट में उसका वैल्यू रहता है बेसिकली. दैट इज कॉल्ड फेस वैल्यू. उसका फेस में जो लिखा रहता है वो फेस वैल्यू. दैट इज जनरली नॉमिनल वैल्यू, यू कैन से. ओके, फेस वैल्यू और नॉमिनल वैल्यू, एज आई से सम 100 रुपीज शेयर, सम 10 रुपीज शेयर. ओके, इट डजंट मीन दैट इट्स मार्केट वैल्यू इज 10 और 100. इट मीन्स इट्स फेस वैल्यू इज 100 और 10. क्लियर? समझ गया? फेस वैल्यू अलग है, मार्केट वैल्यू अलग है. क्लियर? बाईबैक करेगा, जो मैंने एग्जाम्पल बोला 100 रुपीज का फेस वैल्यू है, मार्केट वैल्यू सम 1600, अभी वो सम 1700 में बाईबैक कर रहा है. तो मार्केट में उसका प्राइस चल रहा है. मार्केट क्या होता है? व्हाट इज मार्केट? No, I'm not talking about stock market. I'm talking about general market. What is market? Yes, where place where buyers and sellers come together. Yes, one person is going to sell, one person is going to buy. Both are being matched at some place, that is called market. Vegetable market. One person is going to sell vegetables, purchase vegetables. Yes or no? Yes. Some fish market. One person is going to sell the fish, one person is going to buy the fish. Similarly, stock market, one person is going to sell the share, one person is going to buy the share. Yes or no? That market price might be different. You're getting me? You're getting me? Example, a live example. Vegetables. Some vegetables, you can take some vegetable or some product. You can say market में कुछ है. Example कुछ what you some chair. You want to buy a chair. He bought it for some, say for 100 rupees. Okay, its manufacturing cost कितना था? Some 50 rupees or 60 rupees, 70 rupees. वो बेच रहे कुछ 90 rupees में. 90 rupees is the market price. सर फेस वैल्यू क्या होगा? उसका मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट कितना था? वो होगा. समझ गया? दैट इज अ डिफरेंस. यू आर गेटिंग मी? यस. सिमिलरली बाईबैक में क्या होता है? कंपनी विल buy back its own shares. Clear? That you should call it as buyback. Next, sir, what are the shares we are talking about till now? These are called equity shares. What these are called? Equity shares. Sir, what is the other category of shares? We have only two category of shares: preference shares, equity shares. Sir, what is the difference? Preference shares will carry a coupon rate or interest rate with it. We generally call these shares as equity shares, but in case of preference shares, you should call it as 10% preference shares, 15% preference shares, 20% preference shares, some coupon rate tagged along with it. So what is the difference? What is the difference? Yes, very good. Preference shareholder has preference to receive some return before the equity shareholders. Okay, sir, what is the rate? What is the rate? That coupon rate, they are eligible for that coupon rate. Example 10%, 15%, 20%. The company has to pay them preferentially that particular dividend. What do you call it as? Dividend. The return for the share capital is called dividend, not interest. You should call it as dividend, because they are the owners of the company. You should call it as dividend. Okay, sir, what is the difference? There is another concept which is called debentures. Debentures is nothing but some sort of loan. Okay, businesses tend to take some loan from outsiders. Yes or no? From third party lenders, or I would say from banks. Yes, from general public also they can take the loan. That concept is called debenture. Okay, debenture, it also carries some coupon rate. Example 10% debentures, 20% debentures. These are the loan providers. So first we have to pay them, then we have to pay preference shares, then only if something is left we will pay to the equity shareholders. Clear? Understood the preference? The order. You need to first pay to outsiders, which are lenders basically. Then second category of owners, you call them as preference shareholders. Then the ultimate owners, I would say equity shareholders. Clear? Issue of preference shares, issue of equity shares, almost the accounting entries, I would say not almost, are same. Okay, just the name will differ. Issue of, the issue and redemption as well. Sir, you are calling buyback in case of equity shares, redemption in case of preference shares. Yes, naming is different, name is different, because they are the ultimate owners, so you call them as buyback. For preference shares, you should call it as redemption. You should treat them as outsiders only. Okay, so it is called redemption in case of preference shares, it is called as buyback in case of equity shares. Clear? Try to, there is a line of difference here, thin line of difference, try to understand the difference. Okay, issue and then redemption of debentures, same. What is the accounting entries in case of issue, and then while redemption, what is redemption? Huh? What is redemption? Paying back, same. When you are paying back to preference shareholders, you call it as redemption. When you are paying back to debenture holders, you call it as redemption. But when you are paying back to equity shareholders, you should call it as buyback. Clear? Clear with the difference now? So we have three categories of financial instruments here. Okay, company can raise funds in any of the form. It need not be only equity shares, only preference shares, only debentures. It can be a combination of anything. We can see some companies with only equity shares, no preference shares, no debentures. We can see, we cannot see only with preference shares because owners has to be there. So generally equity shares will be there in any company. समझ गया? Without debentures company can be, without preferences company can, without equity shares company will not be. Clear? Understood the difference? The last one, underwriting of securities. Sir, what is this underwriting? We will discuss later on. Okay, ignore for now. Clear with the introduction part of this chapter? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, I will take a pause. No doubts? Clear with the introduction part? Why I am spending this much time? I mean for almost an hour. Yes or no? Almost an hour I spent in the introduction part only. Why? That is one of the point. This is a background basically. Company क्या है, उसका क्या होता है, वो सब detail में sums देख लेंगे. And also it carries 18 marks weightage. What? 18 marks. Out of 66 marks, 18 marks इस chapter से आएगा. Sir, confirm है क्या? I cannot guarantee, but from the last four or five attempts, this is the pattern. Okay? If you have any other doubts, I'll take the questions. Any doubts in any of the part, you can ask me. Any doubts? Huh? Bond you can almost similar to this debenture sort of thing only. Bonds. Okay. Names are different, but you can raise, companies generally raise via bonds also. Not companies generally, government raises. That is the difference. Yes, gold bonds, sovereign gold bonds. Okay, whenever the government needs money, they'll issue sovereign gold bonds. Okay, to invest in that bonds, public invests in that bonds, and the government receives the money. Okay, generally it is used by the government, not the companies. If company wants money, they'll issue debentures. Okay, that is, debentures is debt capital which needs to be repaid. Okay, similarly it has a specific a timeline also. I am issuing 5 years redeemable debentures. After 5 years I need to redeem them. Okay, so you are investing, you know the timeline also, you are investing for 5 years only. Okay, that is the difference. Both are debt capital only, but bonds are generally issued by the government. Okay, any other doubts? Clear with the index part? Yes. chapter is very important. Okay, this is the basics, I would say. From entries only you can form the balance sheet, yes or no? Without entries how can you form the balance sheet? Second chapter, third chapter, cash flow statement कैसे बनाएगा, entries मालूम होना चाहिए. Okay, before I start the entries, I have 5 more minutes. Okay, let me quickly open something. इस चैप्टर में मेजर एंट्रीज ही पूछेगा. व्हाट? जर्नल एंट्रीज, यस और नो? जर्नल एंट्रीज, इस चैप्टर में जर्नल एंट्रीज ही ज्यादा पूछेगा. I'll quickly cover this format, journal format, and then I'll leave you. This is the format of journal. I think you already know this, right? Not the first time, right? You are hearing about journal, yes or no? But I want to stress one fact, that presentation has equal importance in this professional exam. Okay, so presentation in the sense you need to follow the format exactly. Sir, will I lose marks if I don't follow the format? Yes, definitely. As per my knowledge, they are allotting half mark for the format also. Okay, half mark. If you lose half mark, for example, I did not mention rupees here, you lose half mark. For whole combined you will get half mark. If the whole format is correct, you will get half mark. So not for individual element. Clear? So this is the format in the books of so and so. Example, in the books of ITC Limited, in the books of Oil India Limited, whatever the company for which you are accounting. Okay, in the books of so and so. Journal, date. Journal means you are recording day-to-day transactions, yes or no? It is the primary book, yes? Yes or no? You record day-to-day transactions, every transaction you should record. Yes? Date. Particulars, you debit some account, credit some account, yes? And then followed by being, which is called narration. Yes or no? I'm just touching upon the concepts. You might be knowing this, but before I directly jump into the sum tomorrow, I just wanted to give the overview. Yes, recap, basically recap of the journal. Next, ledger folio. What is this? Yeah, page number of the particular ledger. Sir, what is this ledger folio? This journal entries you will classify somewhere, yes or no? This is recording, you need to classify somewhere. Classify in the sense, whichever accounts you are debiting, whichever accounts you are crediting, that particular ledger account you should open again, and that ledger account has debits, credits, and then you arrive at the balance, yes or no? Yes or no? So that particular ledger book में जो number था वो इधर आएगा for reference. समझ गया? तो इधर number लिखेगा, डेबिट अकाउंट का नंबर आएगा, क्रेडिट अकाउंट का नंबर आएगा, उस पर्टिकुलर लेजर में जाके इस एंट्री रिकॉर्ड करेगा. समझ गया? लेजर में जाएगा, जर्नल फोलियो रहेगा, तो पेज नंबर ऑफ द जर्नल उसमें रहेगा. जर्नल में लेजर का फोलियो नंबर रहेगा, तो दोनों क्रॉस चेक करने के लिए. समझ गया? इधर कुछ एंट्री मिस हो गया तो उधर जाके क्रॉस चेक कर सकते हैं, वैसे. क्लियर? नेक्स्ट, अमाउंट डेबिट इन रुपीस, अमाउंट क्रेडिट इन रुपीस. जो डेबिट करेगा अकाउंट वो इस कॉलम इधर आएगा, जो क्रेडिट करेगा, टू बोल के जो क्रेडिट करेगा वो इधर आएगा अमाउंट. नरेशन कंपलसरी लिखना है, अनलेस क्वेश्चन में क्लियरली स्पेसिफाई किया है तो तब जरूरत नहीं है. बाकी केसेस में जर्नल मतलब पूरा जर्नल है. समझ गया? दिस जर्नल इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन व्हाट. कुछ जर्नल एंट्री पास करना है, क्या क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स है उसका, what basics you should know before passing a journal entry. What is this called? Yes, 3 golden rules. Yes, 3 golden rules of accounting. Very good. You should know the 3 golden rules of accounting. Okay, if you don't know, try to read it and come tomorrow for next class. I'll ask the golden rules of accounting. Based on that rules only, I'll explain and I'll form the journal entry. Okay. Three golden rules of accounting. What is personal account, real account, nominal account, when to debit, when to credit. Take it as homework, read it, okay, and then come fresh in the next class. We are going to directly jump into the sums tomorrow. Clear? Yes? Yeah. Thank you. Any other doubts before I leave? Tomorrow we have holiday. Tomorrow we don't have classes, okay? Let's meet day after tomorrow, Saturday. Saturday classes रहेगा, Sunday नहीं रहेगा classes, okay? You are free on Sunday, but rest of the 6 days in the week you will have classes, apart from public holidays, okay? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. No questions. Thank you. I can see lot of thumbs up. Yeah. Thank you. So, Bishwajit sir, is LLP a type of company or not? Yeah, LLP is nothing but limited liability partnership. Okay. It combines the features of both the partnership and a company. Okay, LLP we have in group one particular chapter, na LLP. Yeah. No other questions. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.